The rain fell in relentless sheets, shrouding the night in an impenetrable cloak. The rhythmic drumming of raindrops on the car roof created an eerie symphony as Emily gripped the steering wheel, peering through the windshield at the winding road that seemed to disappear into the obsidian darkness. Alone on the desolate highway, Emily questioned the wisdom of embarking on this journey. It was a shortcut, they said, a route that would save her hours. But as the rain intensified, and the wind howled, she wondered if she had made a grave mistake. The headlights carved through the rain, revealing glimpses of a world distorted by the storm. Shadows danced on the periphery of her vision, and the trees lining the road contorted into grotesque shapes. A flash of lightning illuminated the landscape, revealing a figure standing on the roadside. Emily slammed on the brakes, heart pounding. The hitchhiker, drenched and disheveled, emerged from the darkness. A mask of despair hid beneath soaked strands of hair. Against her better judgment, Emily rolled down the window, the rain invading the sanctuary of her car. "Need a ride?" she asked hesitantly. The hitchhiker's eyes, hollow and haunted, met hers. "Can you take me to the town up ahead?" "Sure," Emily replied, a sense of unease settling in her stomach. As the hitchhiker entered the car, a chill swept through the vehicle, and the air seemed to thicken with an unspoken fear. Emily couldn't shake the feeling that she had invited something sinister into her car. The hitchhiker's gaze remained fixed on the road ahead, but her voice cut through the silence. "This road. It has a history. A dark history." Emily glanced at her passenger, uneasy. "What do you mean?" The hitchhiker spoke of a town cursed by a long-forgotten tragedy, a place where the veil between the living and the dead was said to be thin. As she wove her tale, Emily's knuckles whitened on the steering wheel. As they approached the town, the rain intensified, and visibility dwindled to almost nothing. The hitchhiker directed Emily to a narrow, winding road leading to the heart of the town. The atmosphere grew heavier, and the shadows seemed to writhe in the dim glow of the streetlights. A spectral figure appeared in the middle of the road, illuminated by the car's headlights. Emily slammed on the brakes, her heart pounding in her ears. The hitchhiker's gaze fixed on the figure, and a sinister smile played on her lips. As the figure approached the car, Emily's breath caught in her throat. The face, pallid and twisted with anguish, was unmistakable. It was a face from the hitchhiker's story, a face from the town's cursed past. The figure, an ethereal specter, pressed its spectral hand against the car window, sending shivers down Emily's spine. The hitchhiker's smile widened, revealing a haunting familiarity with the ghostly apparition. "You've brought me home," the hitchhiker whispered, her voice now a chilling echo in the confined space of the car. Emily's heart raced as the realization dawned on her. The town, with its tragic history and the curse that bound spirits to this forsaken place, had claimed her unwitting passenger. Panic set in, and she fumbled for the car keys to escape this nightmare. But as she tried to start the engine, an unnatural force seemed to hold the car in place. The headlights flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced along the wet streets. Emily's breath caught in her throat as she saw more spectral figures emerging from the darkness, each one carrying the weight of the town's gruesome past. The hitchhiker's laughter echoed through the car, mingling with the mournful wails of the apparitions outside. "You can't leave. Once you enter this town, you become part of it," she declared, her eyes now devoid of any humanity. Desperation clawed at Emily as she fought against the invisible restraint on the car. The rain intensified, turning the surroundings into a blurry dreamscape of horror. The figures outside pressed closer, their mournful moans drowning in the deluge. Suddenly, the car jolted forward, breaking free from the spectral grasp. Emily's foot slammed on the gas pedal, the engine roaring to life. The hitchhiker's piercing scream echoed in the rainy night as the town faded in the rearview mirror. The road stretched ahead, seemingly endless, but Emily dared not stop. The storm raged on, a tempest of rain and darkness that mirrored the chaos she had narrowly escaped. Fear clung to her like a second skin, and the haunting faces of the town's spirits lingered in her thoughts. As the miles rolled by, Emily's grip on reality began to slip. The rain seemed to fall heavier, the shadows darker, and the road more treacherous. She couldn't shake the feeling that the town's curse still lingered, a malevolent force reaching out from the rearview mirror. Exhaustion and paranoia gnawed at her, and the rhythmic thud of rain on the roof became an incessant drumming, a haunting reminder of the spectral encounter. Was she truly free from the town's clutches, or was it merely biding its time? The night swallowed the car, And Emily drove on, haunted by the memory of the hitchhikers' chilling laughter and the tormented faces of the town's forsaken souls. The road seemed to wind endlessly through the desolate landscape, the rain beating down relentlessly. Emily's eyes, heavy with exhaustion, flickered between the hypnotic dance of raindrops on the windshield and the dark expanse ahead. As she pressed on, a strange disorientation settled over her. The boundaries between reality and the supernatural blurred, and the spectral visages of the town's cursed spirits seemed to flicker at the periphery of her vision. Doubt gnawed at her sanity, and the car's interior became a claustrophobic chamber of dread. A dim glow on the horizon heralded the approach of a small town, but Emily couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't the end of her journey. The rain, now a torrential downpour, played tricks with her perception, distorting the world into a nightmarish tableau. The town emerged from the shadows, its streets eerily silent. The rain-soaked buildings loomed like silent sentinels, and the flickering streetlights cast elongated shadows that danced in macabre unison. Emily navigated the deserted streets, each turn intensifying the sense of foreboding. A spectral figure materialized in the middle of the road, causing Emily to slam on the brakes. The apparition, a manifestation of the hitchhiker's tormented soul, stared through the rain-streaked windshield. The car idled, trapped between the living and the dead. "You can't escape," the ghostly voice echoed, the words penetrating Emily's very being. "The town claims all who enter." As the words hung in the air, the car began to move forward on its own accord. Emily's hands wrestled with the steering wheel, but an unseen force guided the vehicle through the haunting streets. The town, it seemed, refused to release its hold. The spectral procession continued, more apparitions appearing at every corner. Each face carried a tale of tragedy, etched in the lines of sorrow and despair. Emily felt the weight of their collective grief pressing down on her, threatening to suffocate reason. Abruptly, the car came to a halt in front of a dilapidated mansion, its sagging structure a testament to years of abandonment. The hitchhiker's ghostly form stepped out, her eyes fixed on Emily with an unsettling intensity. "This is where it ends," she intoned, her voice a haunting whisper carried by the rain. "The town demands payment for its secrets." As the mansion's decaying doors creaked open, Emily hesitated. The air hummed with an otherworldly energy, and the rain seemed to retreat in anticipation. The town's cursed past unfolded before her, a spectral tapestry woven with tragedy. With a reluctant resolve, Emily stepped into the mansion, its cold interior a stark contrast to the storm outside. The echoes of the town's tormented souls reverberated through the halls, guiding her deeper into the heart of darkness. As she delved into the mansion's secrets, Emily faced the chilling reality that the town's curse was an inescapable labyrinth, ensnaring all who dared to cross its threshold. The rain, now a distant memory, had yielded to a pervasive silence that hung in the air like an eternal lament. And so, the night unfolded, a macabre dance between the living and the dead, where the past refused to be forgotten, and the rain-soaked town held its secrets in a spectral grip. In the heart of the mansion, Emily discovered a room steeped in an eerie ambience. Flickering candlelight revealed faded photographs on the walls, capturing moments frozen in time. The images whispered tales of joy and sorrow, all intricately connected to the town's tragic history. As Emily explored, the atmosphere thickened, and the air became charged with an otherworldly energy. She stumbled upon an old diary, its pages brittle with age. The ink, almost faded, chronicled the harrowing events that had cursed the town. The tale spoke of a forbidden ritual, an attempt to unlock hidden knowledge that led to an irrevocable connection between the living and the spectral realm. The curse, it seemed, was a consequence of meddling with forces beyond human understanding. Haunted whispers echoed through the mansion, revealing the stories of those ensnared by the curse. Emily felt their presence, as if the very walls bore witness to their anguish. Shadows danced in the corners of her vision, and an invisible force seemed to guide her deeper into the mansion's secrets. As she descended a narrow staircase, the air grew colder. An ethereal glow emanated from a cryptic chamber, drawing her in like a moth to a flame. The room was adorned with symbols and sigils, etched into the walls with an otherworldly precision. At the center of the chamber, a spectral figure materialized, the manifestation of the town's original conjurer. Hollow eyes regarded Emily, and a voice resonated, weaving a haunting narrative of betrayal and remorse. "The town craves redemption," the apparition intoned, its words laden with a centuries-old sorrow. "Only by understanding the depths of its pain can you hope to break free." In that moment, Emily realized her role in the unfolding tragedy. She was not merely a spectator but a participant in the town's eternal cycle of despair. The only escape lay in unraveling the threads of the curse and confronting the ghostly echoes of the past. Guided by the apparition's cryptic instructions, Emily embarked on a quest through the mansion's hidden passages, uncovering forgotten relics and remnants of a bygone era. Each revelation brought her closer to the heart of the curse, and the spectral presence guiding her seemed to offer both solace and warning. As she delved deeper, Emily confronted apparitions that mirrored her own fears and regrets. Faces from her past materialized, their eyes filled with accusation. The mansion became a labyrinth of introspection, forcing her to confront the shadows she had long tried to evade. Finally, in the mansion's darkest recesses, Emily encountered the source of the curse, an ancient artifact pulsating with malevolent energy. It bore the weight of the town's collective suffering, a vessel for the unquenchable thirst for redemption. With trepidation, Emily reached out and touched the artifact. The room trembled, and a surge of ethereal energy enveloped her. The apparitions that had haunted her journey dissipated, their mournful wails fading into the silence of the mansion. As the artifact crumbled, the curse's hold on the town weakened. Emily emerged into the rain-soaked night, the storm now a gentle drizzle. The town, once shrouded in spectral agony, began to fade into tranquility. The hitchhiker's ghostly figure appeared, her eyes now softened with gratitude. "You've broken the curse," she whispered before vanishing into the night. The rain, a cleansing force, washed away the echoes of the town's torment. Emily, her soul heavy with the weight of the experience, drove away from the haunted streets, leaving the cursed town behind. The road stretched ahead, the raindrops on the windshield reflecting the glimmer of dawn. The horrors of the night were now memories etched in the recesses of her mind. As she drove into the sunrise, the rain transformed into a symbol of renewal, washing away the darkness of the past. The haunted drive, fraught with supernatural terrors, had become a journey of redemption. Emily carried the stories of the town's troubled spirits with her, a testament to the transformative power of confronting the shadows within and without. And so, the road unfurled, winding towards a horizon where the rain had cleansed the sins of the past, and the echoes of the haunted night whispered tales of redemption and release. Rain cascaded from the heavens, a rhythmic percussion against the windshield. Emily navigated the slick city streets, the neon lights reflecting on the wet asphalt. It was a late-night drive, a familiar routine after clocking long hours at the office. As she approached the outskirts of town, the rain intensified, veiling the road ahead in a glistening curtain. Emily's eyes squinted against the downpour, the car's tires slicing through puddles with a subtle hum. The glow of streetlights dimmed, and the urban landscape gave way to shadowy silhouettes. A hitchhiker emerged from the shadows, soaked and shivering. Emily, compassionate despite her exhaustion, pulled over. The hitchhiker, a young woman with disheveled hair and anxious eyes, entered the car with a grateful nod. "I appreciate this. It's been a long night," she said, her voice edged with weariness. Emily smiled, empathetic to the struggles of a late-night journey. The two fell into a casual conversation, discussing the oddities of city life and the challenges they faced. Unbeknownst to Emily, this chance encounter would lead to an unforgettable night. As the city lights waned behind them, the rain-soaked highway unfurled ahead. The hitchhiker's stories became more intriguing, tales of a small town nestled between forgotten hills. The rain, once a backdrop to the conversation, took on a more ominous quality. The hitchhiker's demeanor shifted, her eyes reflecting shadows of hidden sorrow. She spoke of a curse that gripped the town, a spectral tragedy intertwined with the very fabric of its existence. Emily's skepticism wavered as the hitchhiker detailed chilling encounters with apparitions and unexplained phenomena. "You won't believe it until you experience it," the hitchhiker murmured, her eyes fixated on the road ahead. As they approached the outskirts of the mysterious town, Emily's skepticism clashed with a subtle unease. The rain intensified, casting an almost surreal glow on the deserted streets. The hitchhiker directed Emily through narrow roads, each turn heightening the sense of isolation. They arrived at an old mansion, its time-worn facade hauntingly illuminated by intermittent lightning. Emily, caught between intrigue and trepidation, hesitated before deciding to explore the eerie structure. The hitchhiker's stories seemed to seep into the very walls, a spectral history etched into the mansion's faded wallpaper. In the depths of the mansion, the air grew heavy with an indefinable energy. Shadows danced, and whispers echoed through dimly lit corridors. The hitchhiker, now more enigmatic than ever, guided Emily through hidden chambers and forgotten secrets. As they uncovered relics and artifacts, the rain outside took on an almost malevolent quality. The mansion seemed to pulse with a spectral heartbeat, and Emily found herself enveloped in a tapestry of stories, each more unsettling than the last. The hitchhiker's eyes gleamed with a knowing intensity. "The town craves resolution," she uttered cryptically, leading Emily toward the heart of the mansion. In a chamber adorned with symbols and sigils, the hitchhiker revealed the town's ancient artifact, a conduit for the collective anguish of its tormented history. The rain outside became a symphony of melancholy, an accompaniment to the revelations unfolding in the cryptic chamber. Guided by the hitchhiker's whispered instructions, Emily confronted apparitions mirroring her deepest fears and regrets. The rain, now a torrential downpour, seemed to synchronize with the mansion's spectral symphony. Each revelation brought her closer to the heart of the curse, a nexus where the town's past collided with her own. The artifact, pulsating with the weight of centuries, beckoned Emily to make a choice, to succumb to the town's tragic legacy or to defy its spectral grasp. The rain outside intensified, casting a veil of ambiguity over the mansion's chamber. In a moment of decisive resolve, Emily reached out to touch the artifact. The room trembled, and the apparitions that had haunted her journey dissipated, their mournful wails absorbed by the relentless rain. As the artifact crumbled, the rain outside began to subside. The mansion, once a spectral labyrinth, returned to an eerie calm. Emily emerged into the night, the town's silhouette softened by the fading storm. The hitchhiker stood at the threshold, her eyes no longer haunted. "You've altered the town's fate," she murmured before vanishing into the dissipating rain. The road stretched ahead, the raindrops on the windshield reflecting the glow of dawn. The city, no longer concealed by the storm, emerged on the horizon. Emily drove away from the enigmatic town, her heart heavy with the weight of a night that blurred the boundaries between reality and the supernatural. The rain, now a gentle drizzle, transformed the cityscape into a surreal dreamscape. As Emily navigated the familiar streets, the memories of the haunted drive lingered like an elusive reverie, a story of chance encounters, spectral mysteries, and a night when reality and the supernatural collided in the mystical dance of a midnight commute.